So it's Friday, and as promised, today we are giving away the 3 pops for the 500 subscriber giveaway. And before that, I'm going to do what I promised a while ago, which is give you a tour of the collection as it is in this room in my office. And before we get started, a couple things to note. So the cases that you're going to see, which you can see there and right there, those are the Michaels Bat Box cases. So Michaels is a craft store here in the US. Periodically they have sales and a bunch of coupons. So I kind of picked up most of these cases during said sales and coupons so that I could get them as cheap as possible. I think the lowest they normally go is about 17 bucks, I want to say. But yeah, once you get those going, you can put up some pretty cool displays. So you'll see some glare in the videos and pictures as I kind of show these off. The other thing to note is a lot of the pops that have come out recently have been much taller than the pops used to be. So I didn't account for as much wiggle room as I would like. So you'll see that some of the pops that are in between the shelves, just because of overflow, if they have big hair or something like that, they won't exactly fit. So there's more pops than you see in these cases, and some of them have to go in the case to fit. The ones with the big hair do fit in the case, but if you do end up getting these, give some wiggle room so that you have that gap room if you're going to be putting them up on your walls. And then lastly, you might be wondering, is this your whole collection? The answer is no. I don't really like to talk about it often, but the collection per the Funko app I just looked at is over 500 now. So the reason I took most of these out of the boxes is so that I could see as many as possible within my office, but I do keep the boxes. So originally I had broken them down, flattened them, and then threw them all in tubs. And I realized it was super hard to find the plastic pieces inside the molds that hold the pops and pair them back up with the boxes. So I started storing them actually in the boxes, and you'll see here in these pictures, these are the big old hefty stackable cases. They fit pops really nicely as well as the designer toys, and you can pick these up at Walmart for a pretty good deal. They aren't cheap by any means, but you know, it's pretty fair price if you're going to be trying to store all your boxes, especially if you care about that box value. They're a really good asset to hang on to. So you can throw a good amount of pops in each of these boxes, as you'll see here. So that said, let's take a look at the collection. So you'll notice it's really hard to get all these sorted the way I'd like them, but this side of this wall houses some of my favorite comedies, be it TV or movies, as well as some of the video games that I've been into in the past. On this wall I have some of my favorite kind of adult cartoons, I guess you could say, so like Bob's Burgers. I've been in love with that show forever. Some of the cartoons and animations I've grown up with, including the Disney titles. Some of my favorite movies and sci-fi shows are also in this case right here. So Battlestar Galactica, Mad Max, Fury Road. Firefly's in here, of course, as well. And up top in this stack, I have some of my favorite Marvel and comic book items. Even though it's not super popular, Saga is one of my favorite graphic novel series of all time, so I have several of those figures up in here. On top of the cases, I normally keep the really, really big ones that just won't fit either way. On this side, there's more of some of my favorites. Got the Monty Python and the Holy Grail set. And right on top of that case, there is my mini Dunny collection from Designer Con last year. In the animation case here, we have Adventure Time, Futurama, Ren and Stimpy. I forgot when we took Gunter to the zoo to get a picture of him with the penguins. I didn't put him back in the case yet, so you'll notice he's not in there. In the top case, I've got Music, Krampus, as well as the Drag Queen set. This wall here houses a bunch of the original pops I started collecting and also some of my favorite lines in general. So my spastic plastic case, I certainly can't fit them all in here, but some of my favorites are right here, including the Dorbs. Above that, we have some of the horror. Lots of my favorite horror movies of all time. Right above that, we've got the Rick and Morty case with some more horror stuff stacked on top. But I love Rick and Morty, and I've been trying to pare down to only have my favorite Rick and Morty pieces in it. And then the Alien, Predator, and Hannibal. Hannibal is one of my favorite sets of all time. And at the very top of this wall, I've got my anime sets and some Philippines exclusives from when my brother was visiting over there, and I was able to convince him to grab some of those for me. And then some of the larger stuff up top once again, including the Cthulhu, Buff Rick and Summer, Invader Zim stuff. Some really cool pieces. This last set that I have at the very top, standing right in front of me above the windows, these are some of my personal Grail pieces, you could say. So they're not in any particular order or how they're organized, except for some of the massive ones had to sit up top, of course. But the Space Ghost cartoon was one of my favorite shows when I was going through college. So the Chase from Nightmare Before Christmas, Zero Pop. Any of the Bigfoot pops are always going to be classic for me. And the Chase, Tobias Funke, is one of my favorites as well. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing a sample of my collection, at least, the stuff that I like to keep around me. I'm always rearranging these cases and throwing different stuff in them. And if you're interested in them, again, Michael's Batbox cases, as well as the hefty storage bin that's great for keeping all your boxes and stuff like that. Without further ado, as promised, today we are doing the giveaway for the 3 pops. It is the Target Con Captain Marvel Glow in the Dark, the Walmart exclusive T-51 Power Armor, and the Galactic Convention from this year, Star Wars Darth Maul with the oddly twisted stand. So right before this video, like I always do with the giveaways, I hit the random comment poll generator randomizer and grab the first comment that comes up. And this one for the winner of the 3-pack is Julie Stultz. Congratulations, you are the winner. Go ahead and send me an email to funminutetoys@gmail.com with the same account you use on YouTube, just so we could verify it. I'll get your info, I'll send out the 3 pops to you, and congratulations. It's been a fun 500 subscriber run here. Again, I never thought we would actually hit it, but everyone seems to be enjoying it. I'm still having a good time. So until we hit 750 or whenever next, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Thanks for watching.